Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to share a life-altering truth that will redefine your path to achievement. Discipline over motivation is the secret to long-term success. Motivation is like a flickering flame. It burns bright one moment and fades the next. But discipline is the unyielding foundation that keeps you moving forward, day after day, no matter the circumstances. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment of inspiration. It's about showing up consistently, doing the work, and building habits that lead to greatness. Discipline transforms dreams into tangible achievements, goals into lived realities, and challenges into stepping stones. Over the next 2 hours, we'll dive deep into why discipline surpasses motivation, how to cultivate it in every area of your life, and how it unlocks a future of lasting success. Let's harness the power of discipline together and build a legacy of achievement that stands the test of time. Discipline is the cornerstone of success because it's dependable, while motivation is unreliable. Motivation is an emotion. It ebbs and flows with your mood, energy, or external circumstances. Discipline, on the other hand, is a decision you make every day act, regardless of how you feel. When you rely solely on motivation, you're at the mercy of fleeting feelings. One day you're inspired, the next you're not, and your progress stalls. Discipline, however, creates a steady rhythm of action. It's the engine that drives consistency, and consistency is what turns small efforts into monumental successes over time. Let me tell you about a woman named Beatrix Potter, the author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Beatrix faced rejection from publishers, but disciplined herself to write and illustrate daily, eventually self-publishing her work, which became a children's classic. Why? Because Beatrix understood why discipline beats motivation. To prioritize discipline, stop waiting for motivation to strike. Instead, decide to act daily, set a non-negotiable task, and do it, whether you feel inspired or not. Discipline will become your reliable ally, ensuring that your efforts lead to long-term success. Discipline thrives in the structure of a routine. A well-designed routine turns your goals into daily habits, making success a natural outcome of your consistent efforts. While motivation might spark the idea to start, a routine ensures you finish, building the momentum needed for lasting results. A routine provides clarity and focus. It's a blueprint for your day, ensuring you prioritize what matters most. It removes the mental burden of deciding whether to act, making discipline automatic. With a routine, you're not chasing success. You're building a lifestyle that guarantees it over the long term. Consider the story of a man named Claude Monet, the founder of Impressionism. Claude painted every day at the same time, following a disciplined routine, which allowed him to create masterpieces like water lilies that redefined art. Why? Because Claude created routine that drives success. To create your routine, identify your top 3 priorities: work health, personal growth, and schedule specific times for each. Stick to this routine daily, even when life gets busy. A disciplined routine will keep you on track, ensuring your efforts compound into long-term success. Discipline is rooted in consistency, showing up every single day, even the results aren't immediate. Motivation seeks instant gratification, but true success is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency turns your disciplined efforts into habits that lead to lasting achievement. Mastering consistency means focusing on the process, not the outcome. It's about valuing the small daily actions that build over time. When you're consistent, you create a track record of discipline, proving to yourself that you can achieve anything with steady effort, no matter how long it takes. Let me share the story of a woman named Gertrude B. Elion, a biochemist who developed life-saving drugs. Gertrude worked consistently for decades, even through setbacks, and her discipline led to a Nobel Prize in 1988 for her contributions to medicine. Why? Because Gertrude mastered the art of consistency, Doug. To master consistency, choose one goal and commit to a daily action like 15 minutes of focused work. Track your streak on a calendar and aim to never break it. Consistency will amplify your discipline, ensuring that your efforts lead to long-term success. Resistance is the silent killer of progress. It's the inner voice that tells you to procrastinate, skip a day, or give up. Motivation often falters when resistance strikes, but discipline empowers you to push through. Overcoming resistance with discipline builds the resilience needed for long-term success. Overcoming resistance means acting even when you feel unmotivated, tired, or afraid. It's about training your mind to prioritize action over excuses. Discipline turns resistance into a challenge you can conquer, ensuring that you stay on the path to success, no matter how tough it gets. Take the story of a man named Gustave Eiffel, the engineer behind the Eiffel Tower. Gustave faced public criticism and engineering challenges, but disciplined himself to keep working, creating an iconic monument that stands today. Why? Because Gustave overcame resistance with discipline. To overcome resistance, identify your biggest excuse. Maybe it's, "I'm too tired," and counter it with action. Start with just 5 minutes of work to break the cycle. Discipline will help you push through resistance, keeping you on track for long-term success. Discipline doesn't demand perfection or massive leaps. It's about small, consistent steps that build over time. Motivation often pushes you to overcommit, leading to burnout, but small, disciplined steps create sustainable progress. These steps are the foundation of long-term success. Focusing on small steps means breaking your goals into bite-sized tasks and tackling them daily. It's about celebrating progress, not perfection, knowing that each step forward compounds into significant results. Discipline in small actions ensures that your journey to success is steady and achievable. Let me tell you about a woman named Zaha Hadid, a groundbreaking architect. Zaha built her career by taking small, disciplined steps, sketching designs daily, which led to iconic structures like the London Aquatic Centre. Because Zaha focused on small, disciplined steps. To focus on small steps, break your goals into daily tasks. Write down 3 things you can do today, like reading 1 page or walking for 10 minutes. Complete them with discipline and watch them add up. Small steps will lead you to long-term success with ease and confidence. Discipline creates habits, and habits create a lifetime of success. Motivation might inspire you to start a habit, but only discipline ensures it becomes a permanent part of your life. When you build lasting habits, you set yourself up for long-term success that endures beyond temporary inspiration. Building lasting habits means starting small and staying consistent, allowing the habit to grow naturally. It's about embedding positive behaviors into your routine until they're as automatic as brushing your teeth. Discipline turns habits into a powerful force, making success an effortless outcome. Consider the story of a man named John Updike, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author. John wrote 1,000 words every day for decades with disciplined habit, producing over 60 books that shaped American literature. Why? Because John built habits that last a lifetime. To build lasting habits, pick one habit, like journaling for 5 minutes daily, and do it at the same each day. Track your progress, and don't skip a day. Discipline will transform your habits into lifelong practices, ensuring your path to long-term success is unshakable. Discipline flourishes with accountability, holding yourself responsible for your actions. Motivation often lacks structure, leaving you to drift when the excitement fades. But when you stay accountable, you ensure that your disciplined efforts lead to long-term success, no matter the challenges. Staying accountable means setting clear, measurable goals and regularly checking your progress. It's about being honest with yourself and seeking support when needed. Discipline paired with accountability creates a system that keeps you focused, ensuring you achieve your dreams over the long haul. Let me share the story of a woman named Ellen Ochoa, the first Hispanic woman astronaut. Ellen stayed accountable to her training goals, working with discipline to become a NASA astronaut and later the director of the Johnson Space Center. Why? Because Ellen stayed accountable to her goals. To stay accountable, write down your goals and review them weekly. Assess what you've accomplished and what needs work. Share your progress with a trusted friend or mentor. Accountability will strengthen your discipline, ensuring your efforts lead to long-term success. Discipline often means embracing discomfort, choosing the hard path that leads to growth. Motivation seeks the easy route, but true success lies beyond your comfort zone. When you embrace discomfort with discipline, you unlock new levels of achievement, paving the way for long-term success. Embracing discomfort means doing the things that scare you, challenge you, or push you to grow. It's about facing fatigue, fear, or uncertainty head-on and acting anyway. Discipline helps you see discomfort as a sign of progress, ensuring that you keep moving toward lasting success, no matter the difficulty. Take the story of a man named Norman Rockwell, the iconic American illustrator. Norman disciplined himself to paint through self-doubt and tight deadlines, embracing discomfort to create art that captured the American spirit for decades. Why? Because Norman embraced discomfort for growth. To embrace discomfort, identify one task you've been avoiding, like a tough conversation or a new skill, and tackle it today. Reflect on how it helps you grow. Discipline will guide you through discomfort, leading you to long-term success with newfound resilience. Discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about rewarding your efforts to stay committed for the long term. While motivation seeks instant rewards, discipline allows you to celebrate meaningful progress. Rewarding yourself reinforces your commitment, making long-term success sustainable and fulfilling. Rewarding your efforts means acknowledging your hard work with intentional, healthy celebrations. It's about finding joy in the journey, not just the destination, to keep your discipline alive. When you reward yourself, you create a positive feedback loop that fuels your dedication to long-term success. Let me tell you about a woman named Margaret Atwood, the author of The Handmaid's Tale. Margaret disciplined herself to write daily, rewarding her efforts with quiet evenings of reading, which helped her produce a literary masterpiece that resonates globally. Why? Because Margaret rewarded her disciplined efforts. To reward your efforts, set milestones like a month of consistent discipline and celebrate with something meaningful like a relaxing day or a favorite hobby. Rewards will keep your discipline sustainable, ensuring your journey to long-term success is balanced and enjoyable. Discipline keeps you grounded, but visualizing your long-term success gives it purpose. Motivation might spark your vision, but discipline ensures you stay committed to bringing it to life. When you visualize your success, you align your disciplined efforts with your dreams, making them a reality over time. Visualization is about imagining your future self, the person you'll become through disciplined effort. It's seeing the impact of your success, feeling the joy of achieving your goals, and letting that vision drive your daily actions. Discipline paired with visualization creates a clear path to lasting success. Consider the story of a man named Pierre Omidyar, the founder of eBay. Pierre visualized a global marketplace while working a day job, and his disciplined effort turned that vision into a platform that revolutionized online commerce. Why? Because Pierre visualized his long-term success. To visualize your success, spend 5 minutes daily picturing your goals. See yourself living them, feel the emotions, and imagine the impact. Let this vision fuel your disciplined actions. Visualization will guide your discipline, ensuring your efforts lead to long-term success. Discipline thrives when paired with a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort. Motivation often focuses on quick wins, but a growth mindset ensures you stay disciplined for the long haul. When you cultivate a growth mindset, you set the stage for long-term success. A growth mindset means seeing challenges as opportunities to learn, not as failures. It's about embracing effort as the path to mastery, knowing that every step forward makes you better. Discipline with a growth mindset ensures that your journey to success is a continuous evolution, not a race. Let me share the story of a woman named Alice Paul, a leader in the women's suffrage movement. Alice disciplined herself to fight for voting rights, learning from setbacks, and her growth mindset helped pass the 19th Amendment in 1920. Why? Because Alice cultivated a growth mindset. To cultivate a growth mindset, reframe challenges as learning opportunities. Ask, what can I improve? Seek feedback and focus on progress over perfection. A growth mindset will enhance your discipline, ensuring your efforts lead to long-term success through constant growth. Discipline requires focus, and focus requires eliminating distractions. Motivation often gets derailed by shiny distractions, but discipline helps you stay on track. When you eliminate distractions, you create the space needed for long-term success, ensuring your efforts are effective. Eliminating distractions means identifying what pulls you away from your goals. Social media, unnecessary tasks, or negative influences, and removing them. It's about creating an environment that supports your discipline, allowing you to focus on what truly matters for your success. Take the story of a man named George Orwell, the author of 1984. George isolated himself on a remote island to write with disciplined focus, eliminating distractions, and produced a dystopian classic that remains relevant today. Why? Because George eliminated distractions with discipline. To eliminate distractions, audit your environment, turn off notifications, declutter your workspace, and set boundaries with others. Focus on one task at a time with discipline. Eliminating distractions will sharpen your discipline, ensuring your path to long-term success is clear. Discipline isn't just for work. It's a lifestyle that applies to every area of your life. Motivation might focus on one goal, but self-discipline ensures balance in growth in your health, relationships, and personal development. Practicing self-discipline holistically leads to long-term success. Self-discipline means applying the same principles of consistency and focus to every aspect of your life. It's about eating well, nurturing relationships, and investing in yourself with the same dedication you give to your goals. When you discipline all areas, you create a foundation for lasting success. Dada. Let me tell you about a woman named Nellie Bly, a pioneering journalist. Nellie disciplined herself in her career, health, and ethics, traveling the world in 72 days to break records and expose social injustices. Why? Because Nellie practiced self-discipline in all areas. To practice self-discipline, choose one area, like health, and set a daily goal, such as exercising for 20 minutes. Apply them discipline to relationships by scheduling quality time. Holistic discipline will strengthen your foundation, ensuring long-term success in every area. Discipline grows when you learn from those who've mastered it. Motivation might come from fleeting inspirations, but studying disciplined role models gives you a blueprint for success. When you learn from others, you accelerate your journey to long-term success with proven strategies. Learning from role models means studying their habits, routines, and mindsets. It's about adopting their disciplined practices and adapting them to your life. Role models show you what's possible through discipline, inspiring you to stay committed to your own path of lasting success. Consider the story of a man named Andrew Carnegie, a steel magnate and philanthropist. Andrew studied disciplined industrialists, applying their habits to build an empire, and later gave away his fortune to fund libraries and education. Why? Because Andrew learned from disciplined role models. To learn from role models, identify someone you admire, read their biography or watch their interviews. Note their disciplined habits and incorporate one into your life, like waking up early. Role models will guide your discipline, ensuring your efforts lead to long-term success. Discipline builds resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Motivation often crumbles when things go wrong, but discipline keeps you steady. When you stay resilient through setbacks, you ensure that your journey to long-term success remains unbroken, no matter the challenges. Staying resilient means using discipline to keep going, even after a failure. It's about analyzing what went wrong, adjusting your approach, and moving forward with renewed focus. Ensures that setbacks are temporary, helping you stay on track for lasting success. Let me share the story of a woman named Coco Chanel, the fashion icon. Coco faced bankruptcy early in her career, but used disciplined effort to rebuild her brand, revolutionizing fashion with her timeless designs. Why? Because Coco stayed resilient through setbacks. To stay resilient, treat setbacks as lessons. Write down what you learned and how you'll adjust. Get back to your routine immediately, even if it's a small step. Resilience will strengthen your discipline, ensuring your path to long success is unbreakable. Discipline starts in the mind. A disciplined mindset focuses on action, not excuses. Motivation often relies on external validation, but a disciplined mindset relies on internal commitment. When you develop a disciplined mindset, you set the mental foundation for long-term success. A disciplined mindset means training your thoughts to prioritize action over procrastination. It's about cultivating self-control, focus, and a commitment to your goals, even when distractions arise. Discipline in your mind ensures that your actions align with your vision for lasting success. Take the story of a man named Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American Supreme Court justice. Thurgood developed a disciplined mindset to fight for civil rights, winning landmark cases like Brown Board of Education through focused effort. Why? Because Thurgood developed a disciplined mindset. To develop a disciplined mindset, practice positive self-talk. I choose action over excuses. When distractions arise, refocus by writing down your next step. A disciplined mindset will guide your actions, ensuring your journey to long-term success is steady. Discipline gains momentum when you measure your progress. Motivation often overlooks progress, focusing on the end goal, but tracking your journey keeps you disciplined. When you measure your progress, you stay motivated to continue, ensuring long-term success through consistent effort. Measuring progress means setting benchmarks and reviewing them regularly to see how far you've come. It's about celebrating growth, adjusting strategies, and staying committed to your disciplined habits. When you track your journey, you reinforce your discipline, keeping you on the path to lasting success. Let me tell you about a woman named Florence Griffith Joyner, an Olympic track star. FloJo measured her training progress daily with discipline, setting world records in the 100m and 200m sprints that still stand today. Why? Because FloJo measured her progress regularly. To measure your progress, set weekly goals and review them. Write down what you've achieved and what needs improvement. Use a journal or app to track your habits. Measuring progress will fuel your discipline, ensuring your efforts lead to long-term success with clarity. Discipline isn't just for you, it's a gift you can share with others. Motivation might inspire temporarily, but your disciplined example can motivate others for a lifetime. When you inspire others with your discipline, you create a ripple effect of long-term success in your community. Inspiring others means leading by example, showing up consistently, working hard, and achieving your goals through discipline. It's about sharing your journey, the challenges you've overcome, and the habits that led to your success. Your discipline becomes a beacon, encouraging others to pursue their dreams. Consider the story of a man named Booker T. Washington, an educator and leader. Booker disciplined himself to rise from slavery to found Tuskegee Institute, inspiring generations to pursue education and self-reliance. Why? Because Booker inspired others with his discipline. To inspire others, share your disciplined habits. Talk about your routines, your progress, and your wins. Encourage others to adopt discipline in their lives and celebrate their efforts. Inspiring others will amplify your discipline, creating a legacy of long-term success for all. Discipline over motivation is the secret to long-term success, a principle that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. Over the past 2 hours, we've explored how to make that happen by understanding why discipline beats motivation, creating a routine, mastering consistency, overcoming resistance, focusing on small steps, building lasting habits, staying accountable, embracing discomfort, rewarding your efforts, visualizing your success, cultivating a growth mindset, eliminating distractions, practicing self-discipline holistically, learning from role models, staying resilient, developing a disciplined mindset, measuring progress, and inspiring others. You have the power to achieve lasting success through discipline. I want you to envision a life where your disciplined habits lead to extraordinary success, a life where you achieve your dreams with consistency, resilience, and purpose. That life is yours to create. So choose discipline over motivation. Show up every day, and watch your success unfold over time. The world is waiting for your greatness. Go out there and make it happen. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Success Mindset.